Judge Vanderbeek, court is now in session. Case number JBB 1013, case of the Jackson.
Thank you. You all may be seated. Okay. Ms. Jackson,
Yes.
you brought this case before the court. Okay, what's going on?
So, James and I split about a couple of years ago, and it's been pretty good. We've been splitting costs for our girl, but her last birthday was she was 8 years old, and we had a great party. I planned it. It spent a lot of time, and it was about $1,500.
8 years old?
Yes. Well, okay. She's really like ice skating, so we rented out the ice skating rink, and then Tara Lipinski came and did a little routine for the girls. It was a lot of fun. But anyway, it did cost something, and James just refused to pay it.
Whose idea was it? Wait. How much was the birthday party?
$1,500.
All right, people, get ready for a courtroom battle that is going to take a crazy turn today. A mother is requesting child support, but not for the typical reasons. Her ex-husband refused to cover the cost of their daughters and a $500 birthday celebration, which included ice skating at a private rink and a professional figure skater for an 8-year-old. The kicker is this. This case is full of entitlement, financial lessons, and a courtroom reality check you won't want to miss. Now, Mom is saying that this is evidence that she needs financial help, but Judge Vonda isn't buying it. Will Mom's argument carry any weight?
Whose idea was it to have that expensive birthday party?
Well, Tierney brought up the whole inspiration for it. So I just kind of, looked at what past birthday parties we had gone to, kind of the expectation was set at a certain level, and yeah, so I did ask James for certain input, and he did not give that, so I just took that as I have to prepare enough.
So you want him to pay child support now?
Yes, I think this is kind of it's changing up the dynamics a little bit, that he wouldn't even pay for a little bit of her birthday party. So she's getting into ballet. There's recitals coming up. There are other things coming up, and I'm just nervous that she's going to see that imbalance in a relationship, and it's going to cause something.
But you're creating the imbalance. $1,500 for an 8-year-old birthday party?
That doesn't sound, it sounds bad when you say it out of the context, but that's normal.
No, within the context, that is ridiculous.
That is normal.
No, it's not normal.
Susie had a birthday party that cost $2,000.
So you're trying to keep up with Susie?
Well, I didn't do 2,000. I could have done 2,000, and I think I kept it at a reasonable cost.
Wait a minute. Pause. Can you speak some reason to me?
I would love to.
All right, let's take a moment to discuss this price tag. I don't know about you, but most 8-year-olds would be content with a cake, balloons, and a day at the park, but nope. Mom went all Hollywood. Let's face it, was really for the child, or was it more about keeping up with the Susies of the world? Tell me in the comments below how much you've ever spent on a birthday celebration.
I am more than happy to help our daughter celebrate and live her life, but there comes a point where it's just, it's frivolous. I agree, I would have been fine going halfway down the middle of just like paying to have some kids to the skating rink, but we did not need Tara Lipinski there. I thought that you were joking when you said that, which is why I didn't respond.
I do not joke. And you know how...
Excuse me. Last time I checked, I was the judge. So I would like for the two of you to address me.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. You did not need Tara there.
Tierney really wanted her, though.
Yeah, but Tierney is not paying $1,500, is she? No, and it's absolutely...
This is when things start to get interesting. Not only is the father refusing to make contributions to their daughter's life, but he is also refusing to pay for something wholly needless. Additionally, we should mention that he actually believed she was kidding when she brought... What would you do if your co-parent plopped a lavish party bill in your lap without your consent? Remark. Hiring a professional skater was extremely extravagant.
You have the expectation of him to pay that when it was your idea. That is ridiculous. And you came to court today to ask me to do what exactly?
I just want in the future to make sure that there is a balance in our relationship.
I want to ask you, what is it that you came to court to ask me to do?
I would like you to pay child support.
Well, I would like for you to not spend $1,500 on a birthday party. The 9-year-old, when she turns 9, no $1,500. When she turns 10, no $1,500. I mean, that is absurd. And then you want him to pay you child support because he did not want to go in with you with this ridiculous amount of money you spend on a birthday party. Yeah, no, we're not doing that. I'm not going to have him pay child support based on that. And you guys have been sharing custody. So I'm assuming when the child is with you, you cover the expenses for the child, right?
And it's usually really amicable. It usually works really well, but
it sounds like she probably put herself in the hole with that $1,500 birthday party. She's trying to recoup some of the money from it because you were trying to keep up with Susie paying $2,000, which is absolutely ridiculous. And I'm not going to do it. And I cannot believe you actually filed this in court and asked me to do it for those grounds. Yeah,
I see that there's no weird issue with this thing. Okay.
Well, I'm happy to help. I'm happy to step in and help our daughter pursue her interests. If she wants to do ballet, sure.
Ballet makes sense. Ballet is an activity.
Right.
If she chooses to do ballet in school, I mean, it's an educational activity as well. But I am not going to order anybody pay child support based on a 15.
Judge Vonda B isn't having it. This is the reality check. $2,500 for an 8-year-old's birthday is completely inappropriate, and let's face it, this mother was seeking reimbursement rather than child support since she overextended herself. Judge Vonda sees right through it, and to be honest, we don't feel entitled or justified. What do you think?
For custody, who pays health insurance?
We both do.
Yeah, I mean, that's the only thing you guys should be doing. Maintain your own individual health insurance, but no, he is not going to pay child support.
And now, people, the case is closed hard. The court makes it obvious that the entire situation was a pointless waste of time, and the father is not paying child support either. Let's serve as a lesson. If there is one lesson to be learned from this, it is that co-parenting is about justice, not financial ambushes, and that just because you overspend doesn't mean someone else should pay the cost.
Okay. All right. Is there anything further?
I don't believe so, Your Honor.
Okay. Is there anything further from you?
I'm good. Thank you.
Okay. Well, I'm glad. If there's nothing further, you both are dismissed.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
That's all. Judge Vonda made it very evident that was about a poor financial choice rather than child support. What do you believe happened? A birthday celebration is not required, and expecting an ex to pay for luxuries without talking is unacceptable. If you enjoy these courtroom takedowns, please like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss the next jaw-dropping moment. Did Mom have a point? Or was just an act of entitlement? In the comments.